I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm kind of exhausted because every morning, I swear to God, I wake up and I open Twitter and I see there's another breakthrough, another game changer, and it's usually some tech bro in Silicon Valley. But today I was looking through the Japanese side of the art community and I found something that genuinely made me stop in my tracks. Look at what I found here. Just watch. Do you see? Look, they're using the layers. They have shadows, highlights, base colors. So it seems like AI can now generate a full illustration and magically gives you the layers, the line art, the flats, the shading, everything. And the scary part is that because this was in like Japanese AI circles, nobody was talking about it. And apparently nobody has seen it but me. So they're not just trying to replace the artists anymore. They're just talking about the whole thing. So let's talk a little bit about what this is. The creator has shared like technical write-ups on note.com explaining that it's built around frameworks like Fixable models and uses the new Qwen image generate model. So what it is it's like an existing thing where it uses prompting, segmentation, masking, in-painting loops, and post-processing to fake the separation. So this started back in 2023 and it was kind of a tool to post-process existing images into layers because in my mind they're probably doing this so they can pretend to be an artist. So not even layers can be used as a way to prove that you drew something because they're just trying to prove, oh yes, here's the way that we've done it. But we know as artists that not every single Photoshop file looks the same for every artist. I have not met, I know that they're out there, but I typically don't meet artists that do only 4 fucking layers. And if you look at mine here, all this stuff here is different stuff. I didn't even name any of that stuff. I don't even know, I'm not going to touch it, but I don't even know what all of that is. And that's a folder. And then I also have this folder. I kind of wanted to talk about it because I feel like this is going to be one more thing where someone is going to go definitely on VGen and they're going to talk about how they have a PSD and they can show the VGen mods their process that they drew it, but it's not going to be enough if it looks like AI. And because they're going to use this to say they solved the art problem, because when it comes to AI bros, art is always something that has to be solved now. Like, now there's no PSD files. Oh, well, we make PSD files. We're artists now. Because this is just another thing. More people experiment, generate, platforms get more flooded. Human artists lose more visibility, more commissions, because now they see, oh, well, here's the Photoshop file. See, I did draw it. Because it just boggles my mind that this is like super quiet on the internet. I think it's because it's in Japanese and there's almost no direct criticism or backlash in searches, no Reddit threads, no artist callouts, no nothing. It's just not a hot target, considering it's literally just using our work against us. It's now using Photoshop files. Because now it's going to be, oh my God, it's going to be like auto layering is going to feed into client delusions of why would I have to pay for hand shaded layers when an AI can just separate them cheap and fast. I swear to God, this is going to be used to make VTuber models and then they'll cut them. And I bet you it is already on VGen. And I mean, even in 2026, months after it's been solved, they're still tweaking highlights and admitting there's flaws. Like AI can't handle real light logic without human-like adjustments. So even if it's solved, art is solved, why keep iterating the basics? It's because it's like never going to be good enough to replace an artist's eye for depth, mood, and like lighting. Because people say that AI can do lighting, but it can't most of the time. Because I wanted to show you this too. Like this is another example of how it works, where these over here are the colors, and then you can click line art, and then you can click other stuff like shadows. And then when you save as PSD, you can choose the things that you actually want it to show, where it has the lighting, has the shadows, has the background. You can literally just pick everything. And they'll separate by base colors too. So it's just how artists do. Even though it's clearly some AI shit, but it's just one more thing. And it says here, we've released an image generation AI, technically a workflow that can be edited at each step of the process. Currently, it supports line art, bucket fill, and up to 1 shadow, but will gradually add support for 2 shadows, highlights, finishing touches, and part separation. This workflow can be used with comfyui, so if you're interested, give it a try. So let's look at it. As you can see right here, here's the line art. And this is how comfyui works. See all these lines? These all go together. So there would be these lines here, and then they would generate inside of these lines, right? So this would only be for the shadows. This would be for this part. Like, so it goes like this, kind of. It's kind of dumb. And here's an image here where you could see there is this line art. Oh God, you can see the hand's kind of fucked up right there. But it says line art shade. You can see there's the shade down here, and then the base colors. And this here is the entire workflow, how you can extract the line art, because you could always do that already on comfyui. Here's another example of, you can tell what it's trying to do here. It's going to show us this here. This is supposed to be the shadows and backgrounds. And then they're going to show us also what the workflow looks like. As you can see, this is very, very messy. Very messy. And one of the reasons why I wanted to show you this is because this is something that is about awareness. Because artists in the art community, there is reasons not to trust people who have just showed up. They have anime art or whatever, and they'll just say, well, I have my PSD, here's my speed paint, and it looks like AI. And they have no workflow, but they have all of the parts that look like an artist, because this isn't really about doing anything other than trying to make yourself like believable as an artist. Because if you were really an artist, then you would just, you would just fucking draw. You would just fucking draw. And I feel not enough of you guys have been seeing this, or you probably haven't seen it, because it's just been hidden away from people because it's Japanese. But this is just another thing for awareness that I wanted to show you. So I have another video that you guys should probably see. If you have not seen what AI speed paints look like, I want you to go check out the video that you could see somewhere on the screen here in the corner, or at the end of this video. And also, if you haven't seen the scam stuff that's going on with VGen and Indonesian artists, I implore you to go check that video at the end of this one as well. And if you could, I would appreciate if you could like and subscribe. I try to put on videos every week, 2 times a week if I can. And I also have a Patreon where I am putting up my artwork full res, and I write my stories on there. So if that's of interest to you, please go over there and follow me along. I also put up free stuff on the Patreon, free stuff. Eventually some of my stories will be free if that interests you. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next time.